the most common difficulties that I'm listening to during our time, the opportunity of sharing in satsang, I see that everyone, all the human beings, but let's say all the people who are sharing their challenges is personal. It is really about the mind and the waves of the mind in its individualized expression. So each person is talking, oh, this thing is happening, and I find this and I find that, and all of these things. No? In the past, I've looked at each one and tried to support an understanding about what's happening in the moment with your mind. But right now, my advice to anybody and to everybody who wants to go beyond the domination of the mind force, rather than itemizing and saying, okay, this is my particular trouble, and these troubles, they shapeshift from one moment to another thing. So there's no way that you can cover its scope. So I say this thing now, and it's very important, that look at it as the mindscape, okay? Or just let's call it the basket of mind. And see, not just follow the particular stream that the mind force might be following, about a story or some incident or some trouble or some state of identity or relationship, whatever. Just collectively regard this is just the basket of the mind. This is the realm of mind. So don't get into pursuing a particular pathway of the mind, because there's no end to it. It will just take another form here and there. And we've been doing this for a very, very long time. No one has been able to conquer the mind in this way. So my advice is to see whatever you're experiencing, it's a mind state. Just be very, very broad about it. Whatever form it takes, it's just a mind state. It's a state of mind. So don't get into itemizing and looking, oh, this is what's happening at the moment. It will just be the mind state. If you have this attitude that it is the mind state, then you don't get into the identity it is a trigger in you to say, okay, this is what's happening to me at the moment, because this me also is part of the mindscape. This is also the mind state, you see. So this is very, very important. Just see it as a state and not as a particular problem. It's all just mind. And look at what is, or be that which is not the mind, which is the weakness, and that which is aware that this is a state of mind. Whether you want to call it mind attack or the mind play, just see it as a collective thing. Don't get into the little streams and try to follow streams, because you will just become entangled and enmeshed in it, and you will stay personal, and the mind draws power from your personal identity. It's supplying the energy to continue to just dance as mind. So just understand that you are experiencing a mind state. Personal, shape-shifting, it's just a state of mind. So if you realize a state of mind, that which is aware that it's a state will not get into what kind of particular state. It's just a state of mind. Just a state of mind. What is perceiving this is the power of just awareness, plain awareness, is not involved in the mind stream. That's what you are, the awareness itself. But the minute it becomes particular, like this, oh yes, I'm just thinking about my family and what's going on in this place and that place, You've endorsed it. You effectively has covered the power of the awareness, because that's what you are, the full power. It's not personal. You've given it a personal name. It's almost a password to become a person, to energize that mind state. You see? So just see, as soon as you start, it's just a movement of mind. Don't believe it and get personal. If you get personal, the game is on. And the person is trying to understand what's going on, but the person and the state are together one thing. In what is this happening? Well, the awareness itself, the true state, is not personal. It remains untouched, pristine, totally peaceful, unshakable. There is no fight. Know that this awareness itself is what you are. Mind states are never what you are. Whatever they say is going on is never to be followed. You see? So this is the first step in conquering and retaining the natural state, honoring the natural state, being in recognition of the natural state, being one with the natural state. The minute you individuate, you go into identity and personality, and that's the link the show is on, you see. And you'll just have to abide until it subsides by itself or whatever, because it's always changing. And the change might be regarded as at least a rest from the particular stream that you've been following, but it's still the mind state. So stay and be aware of just the awareness itself, which is not a state, it's not personal, it has no story. It is the very root, the essence of all states, of all manifestations, of all that plays in the realm of mind. But it is not the mind. So this is the most significant pointer. The habit and the force of habit is to engage with the mind from the state of personal identity. Once we link in with that, the show starts and it's rolling along. And it will just keep changing, and this change may feel like, yes, you're getting somewhere, but it's just another room in the big mansion of mind. Remain conscious that whatever state is happening, it's only a state of mind. There's nothing to analyze. Don't get in, don't log in, otherwise we go into a state of fragmentation. Stay as the ground awareness itself. If you don't get in the fight, you don't have to get out. Stay out. Learn to recognize these are just states of mind. They're not going anywhere. They have no significance at all. But the minute you log in with your identity and you don't check this, then you have a fight on your hands and you become someone with a particular problem looking for a solution to this problem. See everything. Learn to see everything. Don't believe it. We have believed many trips, and they come and go. They're not permanent. But what they leave behind is a seed that will sprout more mind states. Okay, you may think, oh yeah, that problem is over. But it leaves a seed in the ground of the consciousness that will sprout more mind states. If you know this and stay only as the impersonal awareness itself, you've lost nothing. The power that happens in the mind is that it's very believable. And its effects are experienced in the body mind. So it feels this is real, this is what's going on. You see, but it's only because you have logged in. You being the pure awareness become personal. You bought the story. Oh, I'm just not feeling so good right now. I think it's really this, and maybe I better go and sort this out. And I know I should have done this, and all these kind of things. So, for the seeker of truth, on this path, you learn to ignore it. Most cannot do it because we believe the states which have been normalized and particularized to your identity, to the habit of your identity, that it feels is real, and you are subject. You become an addict, addicted to those states. And this addiction on questions impart a sense of reality to them. So the one who knows this sees that it's not going anywhere. It's not solving anything. You see? Now you say, but so what? If I have things to do, yes, all this will happen naturally. But I'm talking about those states that create anxiety, create confusion, create and sustains ego. And so all of this is basically clouding or covering, apparently, energetically, the true nature. You see? So this is the advice. And to be aware of this and be with it as from now. Watch it. And this is our commitment. And start now. Even by saying these things, the mind pull is already abated. It has nothing. Because now you are alert. You're self-alert as the awareness and not as the person. That's it. When the truth is revealed, it may appear as though it's a state for a moment. When you abide, it absorbs the practice, and only you remain. Only the self remain. You mean the self remain. But the practice is self-recovery, self-discovery, whichever name we want mind to do, self-abidance, restore the mind to its original nature, which is the heart. If it's not checked, the world and the one suffering it, which is also another name written for the mind, and the one who suffers the mind is also part and parcel of the mind. You see? It splits into the doer and the action, its action. But the pure self is apart from that. You can see this clearly now, no? Is the self disturbed? No. So that's not something just to remember, but to apply, applied knowledge. Applied, confirm, verify, and secure your peace. Honor your peace, honor the peace of the self. That is true self-respect or self-honoring. Because the trap is like it was like running and it's nowhere. Where's the switch? It's just going until you realize again. It's like that seed. You realize, oh, wait a second. It's all mind states. The trick is to feel that, oh, this is a particular problem, unique, and, yes, I got to solve this. Or even with nothing to solve, it's just switching. It's just like the programs are just flicking inside. It's running. And there's someone in front of the program being absorbed in a program. But both the program on screen and the one watching it is still on the screen of consciousness. Now we are self-aware, not mind-aware. Self-awareness is not a duality. very quickly a ripple appears on the surface of the water. And it's like the arising of mind. And they arise together, the mind and the one who is engaged. But it's only just water. So it doesn't matter whether it's steam or ice or flowing or still or stagnant or alive. It's just water. It's just mind. Abiding as the weakness of that which perceive mind but doesn't get into itemized relationship with the mind. That is true sadhana. The mind cannot grow, cannot rise. Mind is not suffering this. A sufferer is also mind. Enjoyer is also mind. Thank you.